Good evening and welcome to another video of mine. This is the evening edition one I'm doing today. Okay, so I want to be talking about cross borders today. Now, for me, this is Uber's best feature. Probably why I actually joined Uber. Right, so what is cross borders? Okay, firstly, let me make it clear. I'm not here to discuss what is right or what is wrong with cross borders. I'm going to stay away from that topic for now anyway. So no, this cross borders was passed by the government to companies to be more competitive and open up competition, and not necessarily taxi companies. It could be any sort of company. Now, obviously, what's been happening with that is that bases has been using that to recruit drivers from different areas to increase their driver count, rather than increasing their work. So they're not using it to go out and venture into a different area or anything like that. All they're using it for is to just increase their drivers count. Not very good. Now, also what's been happening is drivers has taken this to their advantage at the same time. So if there was a driver who was banned for whatever reason, he probably failed his criminal checks or banned from driving, he would normally not be able to work in his area. So what he used to do was he used to go and apply for a license a different council, and if they gave him the badge down there, he had to work in that area. But now, because of cross borders that's come about, now he goes to a different council, where they're probably a bit more relaxed or lenient with certain things his own council wasn't lenient with, and he obtains a license from there, and he comes back to working in his own area where he was previously banned from. Okay, so I want to talk about, as I said, cross borders. Now, working in different areas of the country, it comes with many obstacles, and I could assure you that. I've worked all over the country, and this is the reason I'm making this video, because I want to talk about the things I've come across whilst working cross borders. Right, firstly, so you've dropped off somewhere, and you need to know now if there's demand for Uber where you're sitting. Now, just because it says you're online on the Uber app doesn't necessarily mean that there's demand for Ubers around here. Now, one of the first things you can do to find out if there is demand in this area is to probably, if you haven't done it already, download the Rider app on your phone. And obviously, once that's installed, you could see if there's any Ubers floating around. If you don't see many Ubers around here, or if you don't see any Ubers at all, the chances are that there probably isn't a high demand for Uber. So but keep your app on anyway, because you never know. Secondly, the road setups. Now, this is a huge headache. You're on the wrong lane. That's probably the most common one. Once you got passengers on board, I remember once where the passengers saying, "Well, driver, why aren't you not using the bus lane?" And I thought, you know what? I'm not allowed to use the bus lane because my council, we can't work with my badge and use the bus lane in a different council, because I'll just get fined. But you try explaining that to the passenger, but they're thinking, well, I'm paying for a service here where the driver's going to take me from A to B, and the quickest is through a bus lane, which he is entitled to use long as he was licensed with that council. So that's a huge headache. Knowledge of the area. Now, that is another big headache. I remember once, it's only last week actually. The rider rang me up and she goes, "Oh, driver, I put the wrong pin at the different area. Can you please pick me up from Asda instead? I don't know how to pin it back to the right place." And you know what? I have no clue where this massive hypermarket Asda is in this town. And obviously, so I mean, I had no options. I just had to cancel the job. You know, that's the only way I could get out of the situation. You know, I wasn't going to ring up and say, oh, can you direct me to this? You know, because that's going to all, you know, relate to your rating and everything. And, you know, the best option for as a driver at that time is just simple, cancel the job. The other thing I came across, lost properties. You know, I remember when I was traveling back from, where was I traveling back from? York. And you know, again, a girl, she rang me up. She goes, oh, can you see if my keys are in your car, driver? And you know what? The keys were in my car. And I said to her, look, you know what? I'll drop the keys. I'm quite far away. I'll drop the keys at the Uber office, which I did. But what I didn't tell her, that this Uber office I'm dropping it off is 160 miles away. You know, so again, big headache. You know, so when something like this happens, you know, and then you got the other things, you know, so things like you can't work one way. So, because the Uber app, you know, as soon as you say, I want to work one way, destination, home way, it doesn't let you because you're too far away. So that again is another headache, and you know, the jobs you'll be doing will probably take you further away from your home or your city. But to conclude, you know, I love working across borders. It broadens my knowledge. I love seeing different part of the country, and you know, as I said, I just love it. And so I thought I'd just do a video about cross borders, and I'll speak to you guys soon tomorrow. Bye bye now.